Slave society was the earliest form of class society in which one class dominates another. It is the second of 6 stages in the Marxist theory of history, following the era of primitive communism. Within these 6 stages, 4 of them belong to class society. Here, the contradiction between 2 mutually opposing classes begins to manifest. Class society is the negation of primitive communism, under which no classes existed. Full communism, under which classes will also cease to exist, is the negation of class society. Thus, the negation of the negation will be complete, and the contradiction of class society will come to an end, reaching a new and higher level of humanity. Slave society is the beginning of this contradiction. Under slave society, class conflict is based on the division of people into enslavers and enslaved. Those who were enslaved formed part of the exploited class, which produces all of society's wealth. Those who were enslavers formed part of the exploiting class, which controls all of society's wealth. In The Origins of the Family, Private Property, and the State, Frederick Engels provides the material and scientific basis for the rise of slave society. Quote, "The increase of production in all branches, cattle raising, agriculture, domestic handicrafts, gave human labor power the capacity to produce a larger product than was necessary for its maintenance. Prisoners of war were turned into slaves. With its increase of the productivity of labor, and therefore of wealth, and its extension of the field of production, the first great social division of labor was bound, in the general historical conditions prevailing, to bring slavery in its train." Unquote. Slave society has existed in all parts of the world at different times. However, the overwhelming majority of victims of slave society were the Black and indigenous peoples of Africa and the Americas, and the overwhelming majority of enslavers came from Europe. Between the 15th and 19th centuries, the Europeans murdered and enslaved tens of millions of people across the planet, while also stealing their land and resources. Ultimately, the wealth of Europe and its descendants under later systems, like feudalism and capitalism, is rooted in the system of slavery. This is slave society.